always said the only constant is change in college football, but over more than 150 years, there have been some things that you can count on. If you can run the football, you have a chance to win. And boy, do we have guys who can do that in this one. Kentucky about to kick off to get things underway. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Defense loves to show heat and try to confuse the quarterback. The run from the shotgun. Knocked down after picking up 5 out to the 24. Let's take a little step back and have a look at Georgia. By the end of the day, one of these two teams will control their conference destiny the rest of the way. Potential bye in the college football playoff on the line. This game critical at this point in the season for both teams. Breaks into the open. They get it out of bounds. Couple yards short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 48, and this offense is rolling. They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Going downfield for the big play. Pulls it in down the middle. He stopped just short of the goal line at the 1. An explosive play has him set up. They use those back-to-back explosives to set him up 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
We know a lot of offenses like to script their opening 10 plays going into games. They practice it over and over and over again throughout the week. And you just saw flawless execution on the opening drive by the offense. A nice job mixing in pass and run, getting different guys involved here early. They cap it off with a nice run late, but what a great job to take control of this game. And the offense, they've got it moving now.
So Kentucky's offense will have its first possession of the game. They're going to have to contend with a group of linebackers, Jesse, who wreak havoc all over the field.
Well, they say speed kills in college football, and I think that's what makes this position group so special. It's really hard to get the ball to the perimeter because of these linebackers and their sideline-to-sideline speed. But, David, in passing situations, they can also blitz and get after your quarterback. What's this offense going to do?
Well, remember in our day, man, like you had hammers, right? They were just big physical guys. Now you've seen the positions switch. The bodies look different. They look more like safeties, and you're right. Speed, sideline to sideline, blitzing, so much versatility. Good luck.
He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body. This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting him know it's going to be a long day. Looking downfield, it's Sims. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
This defense got a lot of people's attention last week when they had 3 sacks. We know the offense was watching film, and they saw all these pass rushers and their abilities. They thought they had a good plan, but it's not working right now. They've already given up a sack here early.
Going for it all. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down. Kentucky will be forced to punt. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Makes the signal, secures the fair catch, and they'll put it in play at the 37. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. The give on the option. They'll give him a couple that leaves him with 3rd and 8.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. Georgia sends out the punt team. They'll look to pin him deep. First one's on its way. The leg ought to be strong. Only called on twice in the victory last week. Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at the 23. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. There he goes! Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a 1st down. Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. He has the 1st and still on his feet. And he's brought down after a nice gain. And the Wildcats want to pick up the tempo. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming. Got a little work done on 1st down, now back to the line.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
Grab near the marker, it's Jones. And they knock him down, but he got past the line to gain. Here comes Kentucky after picking up that 1st down. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And here's a fumble way behind the line. I don't know if it was luck or aggression or just a fortuitous bounce, but at least they've got the ball back.
But one thing I do know, Reese, this running back's got to do a better job with ball security. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win this game. They're very lucky they were able to jump on top of that.
Scanning the field, it's Sims. Makes the grab, it's Hall. The guys there to get... Ground.
Not a lot the defense can do on that one, guys. With this tight end size, he's really difficult to defend on these crossing patterns as he gets downfield.
The Dogs are off the leash and coming after him on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. That's caught. It's Jones. They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21. They've built this offense around finding mismatches and just get the ball to the back and let him do his thing.
Yeah, it didn't have to be long down the field like it threw right near the line of scrimmage, but you know I got a guy, when he gets in space, he can make big plays happen. Nice decision by the QB.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Gonna run it. It's Thompson. Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points. The crowd getting behind this defense as they try to get a stop in the red zone. On 3rd and short, they'll ride the running back here. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 11.
Well, the offense didn't have the result they wanted on that first drive, having to punt, but they're having a lot more success here on the second drive. They're having some balance, and they're getting a rhythm. I think a big part of that is their ability to run the football. Very, very important to them, and doing a nice job on that last one.
Just plowing ahead. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. The give to the running back from the shotgun. And he is stopped, not getting close to the end zone. Line of scrimmage still at the 3. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Well, guys, it's Georgia holding the lead at the end of the quarter. One period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. this offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on third down. Back to throw, it's Sims. Here comes the heat. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Kentucky! The extra point here would tie the game. And he added the extra point. You know what? Methuselah lived 969 years. He was born and died in the amount of time it took them to walk it down the field and score that touchdown.
That's just so frustrating. Play after play after play. You line up, you try to do your assignment, and you fail, and they cap it off with a touchdown? Oh, Methuselah.
And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Didn't get anything done, 3 and out on their last series. They'll try to find a rhythm here. With jet sweep pass. Turning it on! And what a huge chunk play for this offense. Just exactly what you need to move the ball down the field. The Dogs, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Wide receiver going in motion. They'll ride Davis here. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
Second down, he'll throw it. Caught in the backfield, it's Davis. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. Here on third down for this offense. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Snagged in the middle, it's Wild. He'll be stopped at the 32, still ground to cover if they want to convert, and fourth down is coming. And they're going to head out to line up for a field goal. And it slips just inside that right upright. And guys, after the field goal, now they have the lead.
And 3 more on the board, and this kicker is starting to get a reputation starting off the season. Hasn't missed yet. Nice to have a guy that you can really, really depend on.
He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Got enough for the first. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
How about the defense trying to slow this dude down? He's a Heisman contender for a reason. He's so difficult to tackle, and what a challenge. All week long, they knew that they had to key on this guy and really try to at least limit him if they were going to win.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Hand off from the shotgun. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44.
All right, great little run there. Listen, it wasn't phenomenal. He didn't get a first down, but what does it do? Now it makes second down easier. The play caller looking at his sheet going, all right, I can throw it, I can run it. Still in a great position. Way to stay ahead of the chains.
And the Wildcats can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. The give to the tailback. Finds some fresh air. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down. Kentucky back at it with a fresh set of downs. It's complete to the left. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down.
Yeah, when you run those drag routes, it just takes a little bit of know-how. And when I say that, the receiver's got to understand, find space. My quarterback's going to find me. He's looking for that space at the same time. Nice throw, nice catch. Way to get the first down.
From the gun, give on the inside. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. The Wildcats with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. To the air, it's Sims. Unloads to the wideout. Touchdown, Kentucky. Hauled that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score.
One of of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch. They've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Jesse, they had to kick a field goal the last time they had it.
Yeah, and oftentimes early in games, you're just trying to find your rhythm. Some things work, some don't on that first drive, David. It'd be interesting to see what happens here in the second drive.
Yeah, you got a feel for the defense now. You understand what they're trying to do, what they're and as now you get to go into phase 2 of your game plan.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. It's a draw. Oh, he's got some space. It's runs like that can really help your field position as they're up at the 35. The Bulldogs come to the line needing just inches for the first down. Searching forward on the sneak. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively, too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successfully.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. And the Bulldogs can really attack on this 2nd and short. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Off the play fake. Those two failed to make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Nice job by this junior quarterback to get it done on the ground. This Georgia offense moving quickly down the field. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Going over the top. Got it inside the 10. Touchdown, Georgia. He found some open space and turned on the Jets.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
On the move from inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. Took them a little while to settle into this game, but this offense has it going here in the second quarter, Jesse.
Yeah, a little bit of a feeling out process there early, but they seem to have found something. They're going back to the well, and they need to keep that up here on this drive, David.
Definitely, and they got the momentum going, and once you start getting the momentum going, it's crazy what I've seen in college football. It's so hard to stop it. It takes over, and sometimes it leads to enormous swings.
And off to Jones. Pass the sticks, and he may get more. They just gashed the defense on that one, and they've got it down to the 23. He now has 85 yards rushing. He continues to impress as he leads the nation in rushing. The Wildcats come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. He's inside the 10. He'll get that one all the way down to the 4-yard line, before he stopped. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. They are really clicking along, first and goal on just the 4th play of the drive. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one.
And this guy has been a dominant force early in this game. We're still in the first half. He already has a sack. He gets a tackle for loss there. He's playing so well with his eyes right now. He's reading his keys, and he's letting his God-given ability put him in the backfield to make these plays.
The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page.
Well, after talking to him this week, I know this guy was excited to build off the momentum from the last week when he scored 2 touchdowns. You could just see him here close to the end zone. He's trying to...
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Wildcats!
These close games a lot of times come down to who executes late in the ball game. That was a late game situation. Nice execution, and now they got the lead going into the half, and they have all the momentum.
And with the extra point, they take a 21-17 lead. So that was a 6-play, 75-yard drive. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. This will not be returnable as it sails out of the back of the end zone. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be concerned. If we're a little bit down, listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove.
And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
When you talk about outstanding pass rushers, you're always talking about dynamic guys, and he's been that each and every week for this defense. Speed, he's got power. You just simply can't block him, and that last play is his 10th sack of the season.
Oh, they're after him. Didn't have much of a choice there, but to get rid of it.
Well, he did what he was coached to do, and he threw it away, but you can see he's frustrated with himself. He knows he's one of the fastest quarterbacks in the country, and I think he's wishing he had that play back, because he might have been able to take off and scramble, and who knows what could have happened for the offense.
Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. Georgia lining up to punt it away. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. Under a minute to play here in the first half, and the offense will take a knee, and that is how we'll wrap up the first half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, looks like we've had a compelling start to things there in Athens.
Georgia will kick it deep to start the second half. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the second half.
They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. To the ground. He's got it again. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
And offensively, I love running these drag routes. I mean, these are the routes that, whether it's zone, whether it's man, they're so successful. It's just about seeing what the defense is doing and getting it to them in open space. Nice job. The wide receiver has some space after the catch, able to go make extra yards. Nice pitch and catch.
And the Wildcats come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking for a gap, it's Thompson. They make the stop at the 33, but 10 yards on that play and a first down.
Defense gives up the pretty big run. They get the first down, and listen, you got to reload quick now because this offense, they got their foot on the accelerator.
They'll ride the hot hand. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Wildcats with a second and short to keep this drive moving. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes a grab past the marker. He gets it inside the 20 and out of bounds at the 17. The inside handoff. Breaks the tackle. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard. This crowd knows when to bring it. The give from the gun. Got enough space. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Wildcats. Timely decisions, effective play management helps them get in the end zone after that marathon drive.
And every time the offense needed to play, boom, they got it. I mean, you think about it. Whether it was a small run, small pass, whatever they needed, they got it done, and they popped it in for the score.
We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. Gives it on the option.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
Third down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. Finds his big tight end. Such a big... Convert these third downs, and they've got it at the 42. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off-play action on first down. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
Quarterback trying to attack the middle of the field. I like the aggressive nature, but his receivers aren't 9 feet tall. No one's going to catch that. No one can climb the ladder. You got to bring it down a little bit.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The D thinking bring some heat on third and long from the 44. From the gun, wants to pass. Catch in the middle, it's Wiley. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. That running game was impressive, taking them right down for a touchdown last time, David.
Yeah, just mauling. No secret play calls, just simply we are more physical than you, and we're pounding the football right at you.
So if you're on offense this next drive, take a look at their safeties and see if they're creeping up into the box. Because of your success running the football, this might be time to take a shot down the field and play action.
Using the quick game. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down.
Well, the defense makes the tackle. They give up the first down. They've now got to communicate the next play call. They can't substitute because the offense is going fast.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Back to pass, it's Sims. Hauls it in.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. He's open on the right. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
Looks as if he's going to run it. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be first and goal. The Wildcats didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Kentucky! They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
If you can do that, I don't know why you don't do it every time. Reduce the risk. Banged it out of the back of the end zone. They'll put it in play at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking downfield on first down. Complete to the right. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds. Mark it at the 47-yard line, and this offense is going to work. That last play is what you call a drive starter. They're out to the 47. It's first down. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Grabbed in the middle. It's Wiley. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time. 2nd and 6. Tight end now in motion. Trying play action. Throws to the tight end. How about a little rhythm that you can tap your toe to on that throw and catch for the first down?
That is a really good-looking throw. And you think about the expectation level now for quarterbacks in Georgia. Matthew Stafford was the #1 pick overall. Stetson Bennett won 2 national championships. Imagine the pressure on this guy. But when you see throws like that, he makes you believe that he can step up and lead this team to yet another natty.
We've reached the break, and Kentucky is on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. And a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on second down. Back to pass. The quarterback's a little more on target there. Maybe they hook up, but it's an incompletion. It's a makeable field goal from the 29-yard line. Let's see how aggressive they are on 3rd and long. Wants to throw it. Going for it all. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. And on 4th down, here comes the field goal unit. One drive is already ended with a field goal. They'll try to do it again. This time a rather long one from 46 yards out.
And this guy has been a machine all season long. He is absolutely automatic. You know you're getting 3 points when this guy jogs on the field.
Gathering up a head of steam out of the end zone. He had visions of glory on that return, but he'll step out of bounds at the 29. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time and get to that first down mark. To the air, it's Sims. It's complete to the right. And he gets it done on third down. They move the chains, and they'll mark it at the 44. Here comes Kentucky after picking up that first down. Looking to throw on first down. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
And last week was great for this young man. But, man, again, showing you he can do it at a high level. Just working the whole...
Breaks into the open. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. Kentucky going quickly. Looking to throw on first down. The quick out. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. He'll send out 5 wide receivers on 2nd and 4. Looking to fire. Grab near the sticks. It's Hooks. Brought down just... the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. Last completion got them a first down. Let's see what they do now. To the air on first down. Quick completion on the out route. They make the stop. Not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down. Second down, they'll go to the air. Fakes to grab. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
And listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
Hey, really nice job on defense, too. Understanding the situation. It's third down. We're fine giving up completions right there. We're not giving up the first down. We're keeping the football and the ball carrier in front of us, and we're tackling the catch. Awesome job, and now you've set up fourth down.
4th and 1 is one thing, but 4th and 2, sometimes the coaches sort of chicken out at the last minute. Not this time. They go for it and they get it.
I don't disagree.
Touchdown, Kentucky! And the pummeling has started. That score might be the one to put them over the top and run this winning streak to 9.
There's no mercy rule in college football, man. They've got a huge lead here in the fourth quarter. They are still chucking it, and they are still scoring.
He'll take the return, try to get better field position. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. A very disappointing performance for the #1 team in the country. There'll be a new team atop the rankings when they come out next. Complete with conviction on the crosser. Gets him on the ground at the 31, but a nice pickup of 15 yards there. And they'll line up from the 31 on first down. Motion from the wideout. Wants to throw on first down. Gets it out fast. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. And the Dogs have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Blasted as he lets it go. Make the connection. Defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. They'll move the wide receiver. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Finds his man. They make the stop just across the 30 at the 31. It's 4th down. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. Holds it in, the first down and more. And he was off to the races, and he gets it to the 45.
I'll tell you, you cannot count this team out because of who's playing quarterback. When this guy's in the game, it's never over. Yeah, they're trailing here in the fourth quarter, but this dude can put up points quickly.
He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense first and goal from the 7. Takes a snap, wants to throw. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Dogs! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
And the passing game paying dividends right now for this offense. They just had a big play through the air to get him down in the situation. So let the quarterback deal. Great job reading coverage. He found his open target. Accurate throw. And 2 plays through the air, and they've got 6 points on the board.
If they're going to pull off this big rally, they'll need to get this one back. They line up for the onside kick.
And that's why you've got a lot of receivers on your hands team. Guys, the best hands on your team, so they're able to hop on them.
Kentucky has it back, and the big blue offense takes the field. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Wildcats in a good spot here with 2nd and short. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. There he goes. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18. They're going to ride this running back. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line. He's threatened deep in the red zone. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. On 3rd and short, the power run here. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go. Touchdown, Wildcats! And the stomping has commenced. They tack on another score, and how about the way this team has responded to a loss and now about to move to 9-1. Well, let's count them up. 1, 2, 3. 3 is the magic number for touchdowns.
Yeah, it's as easy as ABC. Goodness gracious. He's been getting whatever he wants, whenever he wants, however he wants. I might want to change something up or maybe focus on that guy that's getting the football a lot and scoring.
We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They took advantage of outstanding field position the last time they had it, and now they'll have a little more work to do to get on the board. Wants to go up top on first down. Rushes on him. Turns it loose deep. He's got it on the outside. The junior making a clutch play and turning in a big catch.
This defense better not blink. I know they've got a lead here in the fourth quarter, but just look at who they're going against. This quarterback is one of the best in the nation. They cannot rest on their laurels. Someone's going to have to make a play.
Looking downfield on first down. Fires to the tight end. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. The Dogs headed quickly to the line.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
Georgia ready to dial it up on another first down. Looking to throw on first down. And that one's incomplete.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of that today.
Wants to throw again. Unleashes one deep. Touchdown, Bulldogs! They went for it all, and it paid off with the score. And they'll try to tack on 2.
And It's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today too, David. They had a really good game plan coming into this one, and they went out and they executed at a very high level.
Yeah, lights out, and this game's over. I'm interested to see the philosophy now. Do we keep chucking the pill and keep trying to score points? Because it's the defense's responsibility to stop them, or do they just run this clock and say, all right, we did enough today. We kicked them in the face.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Inside the 15, 1st and 10 from the 14. Give to the back. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Well, they love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. On this 1st and goal, let's see what Kentucky does. They'll try to get it in with the run. Touchdown, Wildcats! And the beatdown has ensued. The lead grows, and you can sense they know how important wins are this late here in Week 11.
Have yourself a day, young fella. You know why they handed him the ball a lot? Because he did that. That's his 4th trip to pay dirt. This dude has shown you a little bit of everything. What a great back. And 4 touchdowns on the day.
And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. This offense has pretty much been stuck in the mud the entire game. It's been a frustrating performance, Jesse.
Yeah, and listen, you can't be hanging your head just yet. This game's not over. This coaching staff is still evaluating their players. So if you're on the field right now, you've got to finish this game. You've got to try to prove something to them.
Well, the game is over, to be clear. They're not coming back. But I hear what you're saying. Keep fighting. Keep showing your coaches it matters. And maybe find something positive here late that you can build on for the weeks to come.
And they spike it and get the clock stopped. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Got out of trouble and throws. Caught over the middle. It's Wiley. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. Double time, hustling to the line to stop the clock.
No gain on the play. Brings up.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Back to pass. Got it in the middle. It's Bettis. And they'll stop him just short of the 1st down, just inches away from moving the sticks. Wants to throw on 3rd down. What a spectacular grab there as they try to finish this game with a little something to feel good about. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia!
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
The hands team out there to avert disaster, and so they do. They ought to be able to run out the clock from here. Great place to start for this offense. From the gun, the ground game. Knocked down at the 24-yard line, but it's a big gain. 15 yards on the play, and this offense is in business. It's now 1st and 10 from the 24-yard line. From the gun, running back gets the give. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. They'll use the timeout, 6 seconds left on the clock. One more play to pad the stats. Leaves it with the back. He'll be pulled down after a good run. They'll mark it at the 15. Coming into this one, we wondered whether these guys were a little bit overrated, and certainly they did nothing to